call the meeting to order. Stand for the pledge.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
At this time, we'll do the AOK awards. Ms. Ferrero, you want to do Mackenzie first?
Yes. So we have a couple here. Do I have Abby? Is Abby with us tonight? All right. And then I have Elsa. So Elsa was recognized by Miss Counts, and it says, Miss Counts wrote, Elsa donated her rug to my first grade classroom. It can be used for indoor recess to play with Matchbox cars and or Lego building. Thank you so very much, Elsa. All right. So we've got award, and then a free ice cream cone. So take that. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Do I have an Ethan? Oh, goodness. Thank you for your cooperation. So Miss Dowd, her vitals are good, so they've transported her. So, but I do appreciate everybody moving quickly. It's definitely a wonderful community here, and I really appreciate it. So do we have, to get back to the AOK Awards, do we have Ethan? Ethan chose his spot up front. So this is actually from Mr. C, who is currently out. So Ethan stopped during arrival. I need to work on Mr. C's handwriting. Ethan stopped during arrival and helped a fellow student when she dropped her jacket and book bag. He picked it up for her and then brought it to her classroom. What a gentleman. All right. So there's your AOK award and your free ice cream. Congratulations, Ethan. Oh, don't lose that coupon. Do we have Abby? All right, so now I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Conklin because we have junior, senior high school.
All right, thank you very much. Can I have Jacob Pacharzik step up, please? I'm sure he loves this. Come on up here, Jacob. What's up, buddy? Hi. All right, Jacob and another student were having a discussion about math. Was it about math?
I think so.
Oh, you think so? Okay, all right. The other student usually does not have a pencil and is afraid to ask for one. Jacob gave this student a whole pack of pencils. Would you look at that? Nice job, Jacob.
Even
There you go, free ice cream. Look at that.
just what I need.
Ice cream, right? Good. And I don't believe I have Jeffrey Morgan's not here? No. So that's it for me.
All good?
Yep.
Okay, at this time, everybody likes to stay. They can stay and be bored, listen to us, or they can go home. You won't insult us. Whatever you guys want to do. Moving on to the superintendent's report. I figured you were going to go.
All right, so we have a couple of things. Strategic, every 5 years, the school district needs to do a strategic plan. So we've launched our strategic planning process with Thought Exchange. That has been sent out via email, and the Thought Exchange closes on June 30th, and this is for everybody to state their ideas about strengths, weaknesses, what they would like to see, et cetera. July 29th is our stakeholders planning day for this planning process. So if you would like to be a part of that committee, there is an invite that I'll be sending out tomorrow, so just let me know. It is July 29th. Capital project update. Actually, I have several pictures that I sent out to the staff. The amount of work that is being done quickly up on the athletic facilities is amazing. So like beginning of June, we had all grass. There is no more grass up there. They have done an amazing job, Boyce Excavating. So with the athletic facilities, I think there is some misconception about the track. It is a 300-meter track, but it can host home meets. So we will be having home track meets. What it cannot do, and it's not only the 300-meter track, but it's also the parking. We cannot host invitationals or sectionals because those have minimum requirements, and other than a 400-meter track, the minimum requirement is parking, which we don't have. That is why sectionals, invitationals, regionals tend to be in Middletown and Goshen because they have the parking. You also have to apply to be a site for an invitational or a regional or a sectional event. But we will be having home track meets. So I do want to make that clarification. GRMs, the roof is being put on as we speak, and the update timeline, they will be done with the roof right now by the end of July. And that's going in spaces. I even gave them updated times today about when they can get in there earlier, when the last day of school is. Also, the fuel tank, which needs to be replaced, is being delivered next week. No, excuse me, it's being delivered 6/26, and it will be installed the first 2 weeks of July. So the fuel tank will be done very quickly, because that was also confirmed this morning. Let's see. Then, I do want to say congratulations to Mr. Conklin. Mr. Conklin was invited today. He got the notification that SANES, which is the School Administrators Associations for New York State, they are inviting him to do a presentation at their October conference. So congratulations, Mr. Conklin, on being selected to do that. That's wonderful. And then we do have a lot of important dates. Today was the last full day of school at the high school. So our high school teachers were like, yay. Regents begin tomorrow. They didn't ask us when we said, should we have state assessment start on a Friday? So they are starting tomorrow. A reminder that June 19th is a holiday. June 20th is the 6th grade moving up celebration. June 25th is the last day of school, and then June 28th is the high school graduation here on the front lawn starting at 6 p.m. And then I'll talk about the 10-year retirement when we get to that celebration point. So that concludes my report.
Any questions for Ms. Ferreira from the board? Well, good. Secondary principal report. Mr. Conklin.
Thank you very much. We held our academic awards on Thursday, May 30th. We recognized members and new members for the National Junior Honor Society, the National Honor Society, and Mu Alpha Theta, which is the Math Honor Society. We also recognized our students who achieved honor roll, high honor roll, and principals list for 3 consecutive quarters during the academic year. As Mrs. Ferreira mentioned, we have Regents testing, which begins tomorrow. We already took our algebra Regents on June 4th. We have not gotten the results from that, which might take a while. But Regents exams June 14th to June 24th. It seems like it's going to be spread out the whole month of June, but that's okay. And all of our Regents are being sent out to be graded by Premier through Sullivan County BOCES, so we're appreciative of that. We had a freshman kickoff that took place on Tuesday, June 4th. It was an informational night for our freshmen, our 8th graders now, going into their freshman year, because, it's high school now, and it's going to grow each year. It was kind of like the kickoff year, hence the name, and hopefully we get more and more so kids understand, what is expected when they become a freshman, credit-wise and Regents-wise and stuff like that. Wednesday, June 5th, we went over to GRM for our senior walk. Always a great time. The kids got to watch their 6th grade graduation in Miss G's room. I don't know if Miss G's here, but looking at some of the pictures was pretty funny, so I like that. That was good. Thursday, June 6th, we went to our Scholar Athlete Breakfast. We recognized Rihanna Quintana and Cooper Stutz. That's held by the OCIA, the Orange County League for Athletics. So that was exciting. That was a good breakfast. I also like to congratulate Lily Fisher, who was awarded a $650 scholarship to attend a running camp this summer. I don't believe and know where the camp is, but good news around getting the scholarship.
Possibly at Sullivan West.
Possibly at Sullivan West. Good. Good job, Lily. I want to congratulate our band and chorus who went to Kingston for NISMA, and all of them them received silver. That includes our junior band, our senior band, and our chorus as well. Career and Tech graduation is scheduled for Thursday, June 20th. That's all of our VOTech graduates that we have. So I will be there, and Mrs. Ferrer will be at the moving up ceremony, so we're going to split duties that night. And then again, our class of 2024 commencement ceremony is Friday, June 28th at 6 o'clock, and we're well in preparation for that, so looking forward to it. And that's it.
Any questions for Mr. Conklin from the board? All good? All right, did she leave anything there for you to read, Mr. Conklin?
Yeah, just that graduation again, Regents exams, and there was a spring sports recognition ceremony that was held on June 11th of this week to congratulate students who participated in the spring sport. And we had 2 teams that were New York State Public High School Athletic Association Scholar Athlete teams. That was our varsity softball team and our varsity girls track. So congratulations to them. And that's it.
That's it, okay, very good. You have a report, does anybody have a report for Mr. Conklin?
I do.
Here, okay.
So for Mr. Carpentieri's board report, attendance has come up. We have seen a 0.12% increase of student attendance from last month. And the top ranking group that scored the highest was 6th grade. They had a 94.55% attendance rate. So we're seeing that increase in attendance, which is awesome. I do want to say that I think an email went out to the parents, but just so they know, field day that is supposed to happen tomorrow will be actually happening Monday. So field day, just because of weather. So field day will be postponed until Monday. Now for academic outcomes, we have Leader in Me. A mission statement has been adopted after students, faculty, and staff parent feedback. The leadership committee for the Leader in Me is recommending certain changes for next year. MTSS leadership, they met, we'll have our final, because I'm part of it, final leadership meeting next week. They are also starting to develop MTSS protocols for math. With our literacy units of study writing, pacing calendars have been developed for next year, and they are also planning new materials in multiple grade levels. They have been talking about a discussion for a 90-minute ELA block, and then the micro-credentialing through SUNY New Paltz, which is that science of reading that several teachers have taken advantage of. Clubs, which are very popular at McKenzie, and I think that's wonderful. They had 188 students in 18 different clubs in the spring, and they're looking forward to building on the enrichment club success of next year. We've already, several teachers have already signed up to do clubs in the fall, so we'll have that for the July reorg meeting. Mr. Sowell, which is Ms. Wildrick's replacement teacher, this music teacher, he put on a great recital for the 5th and 6th grade bands. That was in the beginning of June. DARE graduation will be June 18th at the GRM cafeteria at 2 p.m. Kindergarten celebration, which is always a fun time. Ms. Kuttner loves kindergarten graduation. That will be June 21st at 1 p.m. in the makerspace, and it is so cute. Mrs. Majuri and Ms. Kuttner do an amazing job. I remember it from last year. So 6th grade moving up is June 20th, so I get to see 2 different grades move up, so it's all fun times at the elementary school. So that concludes the elementary report.
Any questions at all from the board? All good? Mr. Krebs?
Good evening, Mr. Halleck. We have been working together as a governance team, Ms. Ferreira, Mr. Jackie, looking at our technology procedures. We've been going through those to make sure that we're safe and there's no negative cyber events that might take place, and we're trying to strengthen what we have here in the district to make sure that those things happen. Ms. Ferreira talked about our Leader in Me. Next year, we're looking at implementing our Core 2 training. Right now, we have 2 leadership action teams. One is in culture and one is in leadership. Next year, we'll have our 3rd and final one, which will be academics. So those 3 will span in our Leader in Me understanding of what happens within each of the buildings. NYSSLAT Regents, we did have 1 Regents already, so that's the Algebra 1 that's taken place, and we're starting this week, and our state assessments have already taken place. The NYSSLAT's in, the state assessments are in, we're just having a number of Regents that are taking place into the end of next week. I had a home visit for Homestead. I went to visit Homestead because each year now, as a school district, we're required to determine whether or not schools in our district are substantially equivalent to what we do in our instruction. So we went and visited Homestead. They have all of the materials that are on board. I shared it with Ms. Ferreira, and I believe that they are checked off as being substantially equivalent to the instruction that is being provided here, is similar to the instruction that they provide there. And lastly, our energy performance overview. We were talking about an energy performance contract, and you're going to come up with that date by the end of the meeting today of if we're going to have those 3 individual engineers come at our August board meeting, or if we need to pick another date for that. Okay? That's all I had to share with you this evening.
Any questions for Mr. Krebs from board? All good? Caleb, you're up, big guy.
All right, so, well, you got to hear about enough of me, so this one's a pretty small one. Tracy updated you about the construction. Scott actually signed the paperwork for us to get our band, so as far as the financing for that, we're going to have $11 million hit our account tomorrow, and that will probably get spent down pretty quickly because we're hoping that all of the construction's done this year. The interest rate we got was 3.81%, which is really good.
We figured on, what did we figure on, 5?
It was budgeted at 5% because at the time we did the budgeting about a year and a half ago, the interest rates were exploding and we weren't sure how bad they were going to be, but they didn't end up that bad. So the audit started to get today, actually yesterday, but they've been here today. We have to do an audit committee meeting, Amador and Stacy. I was proposing, and if you guys are okay with it, tacking that on to the beginning of the reorg meeting unless we have some other event, but we can discuss that later. It's just easier to get everybody in there. And then as far as the budget goes, it looks like we're going to run a surplus this year, which is good. The expenses are going to be between $19,400,000 and $19,600,000. We passed the budget at $19,509,000. We can spend up to $19,600,000 legally because we took some money out of reserves, $40 for repairs, and then $133, which was to cover retirements. We had a lot more retirements over the last year than what we typically have, and that comes out of the retirement leave thing, which gets added to your allowable expenditure. And then on the revenue side, we should make around $19,600,000. So I'm thinking somewhere between $100,000 and $200,000 is what we'll have as a surplus this year. And that's all I've got for right now.
Any questions for Caleb from the board? All good? All right, I'd like to start off by saying thank you for everybody that come out and voted for the budget, voted yes for the budget. I appreciate you coming out. I appreciate what the community does for us here. We've always seemed to get a budget passed, 70-some%, right, Caleb?
75 this year.
There you go, 75%. So the community must love what we're doing here. Moving on, I'd like to congratulate everybody that's made tenure. Congratulations. And I'd like to congratulate everybody that's retiring. I want to thank you for your dedicated service for 20 or 30 years, however long you've been here. And I wish you all a long, happy, healthy retirement. And please be easy on Ron. Don't make the list not too long. No, honestly, I hope you all have a long, healthy retirement. I really do. Moving on, public comment on the consent agenda items only, on what's on paper. Any public comment? All good? I need a motion to approve consent. Okay, so there's a change here. It's not 707, it's 708. Just so when I say 708, nobody freaks out on me and tells me you're wrong. I need a motion to approve consent items 4.01 through 7.08.
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Stacy. Second by Kristen. Take a vote. Nancy?
Yes.
Kristen? Yes. Amador?
Yes.
Stacy?
Yes.
Yes, all yeses. Okay, at this time, is there any old business to come before the board? Okay, this is what everybody's here for, new business.
New business.
Go for it.
All right. So, let's see. So I'm going to celebrate 4 individuals that are getting tenure. So I will start with Tyler LaPut. So he's getting tenure. As a teaching assistant, and I want it on the record, we're urging him to go back to school to become a teacher. It's on the record. Yes, okay. He does an amazing job with our 811. He works with Ms. Basti, and he is just pivotal to that classroom, and I just can't wait, more and more years of success. So thank you and congratulations.
Thank you.
And then we have the high school art teacher, and it doesn't matter what time I go by his classroom, there are kids in his classroom every period. And that is Andrew Latini. So congratulations. So he came from Chester, so we were glad to steal him. But he does an amazing job between art, working with kids that, his first year I was amazed because some of the kids that hung out with him didn't hang out with teachers. So the fact that he made those connections says everything. All right, well, congratulations, and for a long career.
Thank you.
Then we have one of my favorite kindergarten classrooms when I get to go in there, but next year she's going to be 3rd grade. So Miss Samantha Majuri. Yeah. So she just finished her master's also, so not only just getting tenure, but also just completing her master's. So that's awesome. You have worked your tail off. So congratulations.
Thank you so much.
And I can't wait to come into your classroom next year.
Yes, looking forward to it.
And then I have Miss Amber Marcinak, even though I want to still say Perry. Sorry. So Amber's been teaching 5th grade, and she has been a trooper because we had kind of changed her grades, it seems like every year. So you have been a trooper, so thank you so much. We'll keep you in 5th grade, okay? But congratulations.
Thank you.
So for our retirement, and I swear I think retirement does take 10 years off your life, as it reverses 10 years from your life. Because even looking at, Miss McDonald over there, so we know that age reverses once you retire. So we have Miss Lizbeth Stringer. Let's see. Biology teacher, technology teacher, AP biology, environmental science, ecology, zoology, hiking through science.
Technology.
Yeah, name it. She has done it in her classroom. So congratulations. You're going to be missed.
Thank you very much. It's been wonderful.
Good. And then we have a permanent play. Every time I go into McKenzie, I have Jim. And I appreciate all that. And I appreciate the knowledge and the conversations that we've had. So come on up, Mr. Dorcas. So, how many years?
Almost 28.
Almost 28.
27 and 8.7. But I wasn't counting. They gave me the retirement paper today. They sent it. So.
All right.
Confirming time.
Confirming time. Oh, that's awesome. And the kids are going to miss you. So thank
And
you
I'll
for
miss
your
them.
service. I know you will, and you can visit. Thank you so much for your service. So with that, I do appreciate everybody coming out to celebrate. We do have snacks over there. We've got cupcakes, we've got cookies. So without further ado, would we like to?
Public comment. You want to finish this agenda first, or you want to do that now?
Oh, we can finish the agenda first. I was getting ahead of myself.
I think so. All right, at this time, I'll take public comment on anything anybody wants to talk about. Anything at all. Questions? All good? All right. Announcements, next meeting will be held 6 p.m. Tuesday, July 9th, 2024. It's a reorganization meeting right here at 6 p.m. I need a motion to enter into executive session for personnel.
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Stacy, seconded by Nancy. With that, you may. Congratulations to everybody once again, seriously. Thank you for everything you guys do every day. Enjoy.
Yes.